Hi there, it's the Fantasy Rock. Christmas carols for one. I know 5 or 6 guys normally show up, but the Fantasy Rock is good for 5 or 6 men, if you understand what I'm saying. Trying to get your ass in the mood for this season right now, so if you want some Christmas carols, then I'll be glad to. Okay, alright. I'm gonna start off with an age-old classic right here. Slashing through the league in the playoffs once again. These other sad-ass teams, they wish that they could win. Don't cry yourself to sleep when your playoff dreams are smashed. Just come on down to SmackDown Hotel, I'll check in your candy ass. Oh, your team sucks and your team sucks. Hold up. Let Fantasy Rock, one more. Let Fantasy Rock try and make this right. Once again, trying to get your ass in the mood for this festive season. Try and do one more classic for you, and then I'll be on my merry way, and hopefully you'll be on your merry way. Everyone's in a happy mood. Up on the rooftop, cluck, 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 the chicken brothers like to strut. Terrible trade offers, draft rain checks. Fantasy Rock's gonna snap their necks. If you smell what the Rock is cooking, if you smell what the Rock is cooking, eat it with the pie, that should do the trick. But fried chicken brothers still taste like shit. Wait, hold on.
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking? Ha! The Rock's laying the smackdown. The Rock says, know your role.
Nobody closes the door on Fantasy Rock like that. Do my eyes deceive me? Fantasy Rock has found himself a microphone. So you know what? You're going to sit down, shut your mouth, and now you have to listen to everything that Fantasy Rock has to say. Fantasy Rock has a naughty and nice list. He's been checking it twice. Shenanigans and Shady deals, football playoffs, 6-year running. It's time to get into this. It's that time of season. And I don't have time to talk about all you pieces of trash. Let's get that out of the way right now. So Fantasy Rock's just going to talk about a few things that have been bugging him pretty bad lately. Let's talk about the Puggin' Patriots. Fantasy Rock took care of you in order to get into the playoffs. Wasn't that hard. Chris Carson only had to score about 50 million points, but you know what he did? Because he plays for Fantasy Rock, and the Fantasy Rock is a great manager. Puggin' Patriots, you got something in common with the real Patriots. You're not going to win a Super Bowl this year. Neither one of you. You don't have a chance. Might as well change your name to the Puggin' Gronkowskis. Stay retired. But stop smoking crack and maybe take off that turtleneck whenever you do post-game pressers if you know what's good for you. My goodness. Team Lambeau. Perennial powerhouse. Yeah, perennial powerhouse, my ass. Coasting into this thing on fumes. You're like the car that barely just got to where it needs to go and ever seen planes, trains, and automobiles. You're riding on 3 rims. Your brake lights don't work. Your oil filter's busted. Everything is jacked up, and somehow you're still on the side of the road in the middle of the playoffs just waiting for an ambulance to come pick you up. Well, let Fantasy Rock take care of the Chicken Brothers. He'll take care of you next, and then that can eliminate that whole problem. Dead panhandlers. Every year you make it. Every year you make it. Every year you lose. Every year you're begging for change at the very end of it. You're like the Chicago Bears offense of this fantasy football league. You just can't finish. And that's too bad. But don't worry, Fantasy Rock is going to finish it for you. He'll take care of it. Puppy Whispers. Ever watch Billy Madison, the puppy who lost his way? What a good story that was. Yeah, well, the thing about it was, so the puppy was a dog, but the boy, that's you getting your ass kicked out of the fantasy football plays this year after you won that flash in the pan championship last year, you jabroni. That brings me to... Did I forget somebody? Oh, the team of irrelevance? Yeah. They're easy to forget, are they not? That brings me to Los Pollos Hermanos. Let me tell you something. You must have been high whenever you drafted Antonio. In fact, I know you were high because I know you, and I know that's what you do, but you got a few things in common. You lost your damn minds. All right? You lost your damn minds. You're always putting in for some kind of crazy trade, and at the end of the year, and I mean at the very end when it matters, you're just not in it, and it doesn't matter. So, imagine what a lot of you are thinking right now is Fantasy Rock. You know what? It doesn't matter what you think. And it doesn't matter what you want, because at the end of the day, Fantasy Rock is here again, and this title is his this time for the taking. If you smell what the Fantasy Rock is cooking, go back to your dinner.
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking? Ha! laying the smackdown.